Hi everybody, it's Christina Watson coming to you live from my living room. Merry Christmas. I'm here to give you 3 tips to help you have a stress-free holiday this year. First, I wanted to show you my beautiful Santa Claus collection. Every year my mom gives us each a new Santa Claus, so I've been collecting them for a few years. And I thought it would feel festive to deliver my 3 tips in front of my Santa Clauses. So there you go. My first tip for you to have a stress-free holiday season is to meditate. Even if you're only meditating for 5 minutes, it's so important to just excuse yourself from wherever you are, take a moment to be alone and just quiet your mind. During this time, I don't want you to concentrate on anything or pray about anything. This is just a time to release all thought. This is so powerful in terms of recharging your batteries and helping you to let things bounce off you and just have thicker skin, which we all need, and just make you feel more alive and joyous. So be sure to take this time for yourself, no matter where you are. Everyone understands if you say, oh, I just need to be alone for a few minutes, or I want to take a nap, or whatever. So do take advantage of that to recharge your batteries. Okay, number 2, and this one is so powerful because we forget what powerful creators we actually are. And this is called pre-paving your experience. So what you want to do is, let's say you're driving over to Grandma's. Now last year at Grandma's, you had a very negative experience and it was horrible, and on the way driving over there, you replay that horror in your mind once again. And when you do that, you're actually tipping the scales for that exact thing to happen again. And what you want to do is tip the scales in the other direction. So to do that, you take just a few minutes to imagine what it would be like to have the perfect experience at Grandma's. And maybe for you, it would look like this. Grandma opens the door and greets you, welcomes you, gives you a big hug, and says, sweetie, it's so good to see you. Invites you into the house, and the house smells like apple pie and turkey, and all your relatives are there, and all of them are feeling loving, and they're all about enjoying each other's company, and there's no ulterior motives or agendas. It's just all loving. Everyone's happy to see you. Everyone feels comfortable in their bodies. You feel comfortable in your body. You're just all there to converse and feel good. And you have a lovely time, and you have a lovely meal, and everyone gets to feel connected. And then when you're getting ready to leave, you say to Grandma, this was just the best Christmas ever. Thank you, Grandma. You hug, and then you leave. And that's done. So that took me, 30 seconds? It doesn't take long. But do it until you get into the feeling of what it is you would like to experience. So powerful. Try it, and I can't wait to hear how it works for you. Okay, number 3, final tip is scripting. And this little technique is, first you think of the question that you do not want to answer, the one that your relatives are most likely going to ask you that you do not want to answer. So maybe it has, little Jimmy picked his major yet? Or did so-and-so get a job yet? Or whatever it is for you. Think about it right now, and I'm sure the question will come up if you have one. And if you do, you think of your answer before you ever leave your house, okay? So maybe it's little Jimmy hasn't picked a major yet. Maybe you say, no, he's so smart and really, really thoughtful and brilliant in so many areas that I know it's difficult for him, but I'm feeling really positive about the direction his life is taking. Thanks for asking. And then you exit, okay? So that may be one, and you may have 1 or 2. And I'll give you an example. I have a daughter. I adopted my son, as many of you know, from Guatemala, and he's now 3 years old, so Christmas is so fun this year. But I also have a little girl who just turned 2, and she's living in an orphanage in Guatemala. And there's been some problems with the process. It's been taking a little bit longer to get her home, and I think she's going to join us in January, but she's not going to be here for Christmas. So well-meaning relatives say things like, oh, aren't you so sad you don't have your little girl? and they really mean well, but it's not helpful. And so I have thought of all kinds of things that I can say. And one of my answers is, oh, but the orphanage she is in is so lovely, and they keep Christ at the center of everything they do, and she's with all the children she feels really comfortable with and knows well. So I'm feeling really good about where she is. But thank you so much for your good thoughts. So you see how that works? And not only do I help myself to not go down some negative pathway I don't want to go down, but I help them get over it as well. So you're positive. So really most of the time when people say those things, even though we don't want to answer them and we don't want to hear them, they really are trying to help us, or they really are trying to express their concern. So when we can answer positively and in an upbeat fashion, we not only help ourselves, but we help them too. So that's my holiday gift to you, and I hope you all have a fabulous holiday, and I can't wait to see you in the new year. Bye-bye.